Coach, the tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Green Bay Packers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Ready. 50, minus 50. Hey, watch your leg.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Rock it. Snap.
On second down, it's Bell. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Operating from the gun, Abraham. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. On first down, Abraham. This is Bell on the dump-off. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
At the 45-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Here's Bell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Back to throw. Abraham. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, it's Jones. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Come on, set. 90 Wolf. Where's the mic? Watch one.
Howard now from the gun on third down. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Got it.
Howard on first down. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's 2nd and 8. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was Rashard Higgins. And it's third down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Howard from the gun. He'll throw. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Ready, set. Get that quarterback at all costs. Big grip.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Hey, box drop. Ready, go.
To throw is Howard. Off play action. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Mike, 53, Mike.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Abraham. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down, New York.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. Come, baby. Shoot.
On 1st and 10, Abraham. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready. 50, plant. Hey, let's go.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. 2nd and 10. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun, Abraham. And it's caught by Herndon. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 25-yard line. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
To throw on second down, Abraham, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Jamison Crowder, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 32-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged him.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Leonard Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Looking to throw. Howard. This pass complete to Higgins. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 16.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Back to throw. Howard. It's complete to Williams. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Draw play. This is Henry. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
60 or. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Come. Hit it.
Now Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd and 1. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Robertson. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Bell. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Abraham into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Hey! Smoke!
Here's Howard on 1st and 10. Open man is Higgins. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Take 4, take 4.
Howard now, operating from the gun. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Looking to throw. Howard. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. 59. Hey, exit.
Mike 5-9.
Pilot, 64. With 5.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
10-2, sir.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Hey, turn it up, turn it up. Check. Fresno.
Hey, seam 6. Ready. 2.
Back to throw. Howard. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Rashard Higgins was the one he was looking for, but now it's 3rd and goal. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz. Too fast to handle. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
To throw on second down, Abraham. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter.
We got this.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd and 6. He's going to sling this deep down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They'll get 34 yards there. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Ready. 70, Indy.
59.
Howard looking to throw on second down. Open here is Allison. That's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
A gain of a yard makes it 3rd and 11.
On the ready.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Now Howard from the gun, he'll throw. It's caught. Jones. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 25-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This quarterback now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Howard under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Quentin Williams just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw. Howard. Got a man. That's Allison. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go. 8 reads.
Run the mic. Watch one. Watch one.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Check it out, read.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side. I
would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
2nd and 4. And his throw here is incomplete. The intended receiver, Taywan Taylor, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. With a quick slant, good for 8 and a first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, it's Bell. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. 3rd down here.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
So nice number one. Watch the run.
To throw is Howard. Throwing on first down. Jones has it.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift.
Hey, Echo. Hit it.
Here's Howard. Off the play fake. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. The Packers on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Howard now, operating from the gun. Throw left side to Higgins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Hey, Haywood.
Howard on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. They're going to run for it with Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 28. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you're looking to play. Oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Josh Jackson.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On third down, here's Jones. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor, but it'll be 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw. Abraham, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I might want to see something executed well before we get out of here, and that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say we'll get better as we go forward.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Abraham. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Operating from the gun. Abraham. Herndon's got it complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Tease Tabor, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand.